There's a person in your life right now. They haven't hurt you yet. They might never hurt you directly, but they are the single most dangerous presence in your world. And you probably call them a friend. Not the loud one. Not the obvious narcissist everyone already warned you about. I'm talking about the quiet one. The one who's always helpful, always supportive, always in your corner. The one nobody ever suspects. I learned about this type the hard way. And once I show you how to identify them, you're going to think of someone immediately. By the end of this video, I'm going to give you one sign, just one, that instantly exposes this person, no matter how well they hide. But first, you need to understand what you're actually dealing with. Psychologists call this person a covert aggressor. You've heard of narcissists. You've heard of manipulators. But almost nobody talks about the covert aggressor because they are specifically designed to be invisible. Overt manipulators want to control you by making you fear them. Covert aggressors want to control you by making you need them. The difference is everything. The covert aggressor doesn't threaten, doesn't intimidate, doesn't raise their voice. Instead, they make themselves indispensable. They show up exactly when you're vulnerable. They remember everything you told them, and they use it, slowly, carefully, in ways you can never quite prove. They are the person who helps you move into your new apartment, and then, 6 months later, subtly reminds you of that when you try to set a boundary with them. They never ask for anything directly, but somehow, you always feel like you owe them. And here's where it gets uncomfortable. The reason this person is so dangerous isn't their behavior. It's your response to their behavior. Because everything they do reads as kindness. So every time your gut tells you something's wrong, your brain overrules it. Because the evidence says, this person has only ever been good to me. Here's the secret most people only figure out after years of therapy, if they figure it out at all. The covert aggressor doesn't build relationships. They build debt economies. Every act of kindness is an invisible invoice. Think about the most giving person you know. The one who does everything for everyone, never seems to want anything back. Now ask yourself this question, and I want you to really sit with it. Have you ever tried to pull away from this person? What happened? Did they suddenly need something from you? Did they remind you, indirectly, of everything they've done for you? Did you feel guilty for even thinking about creating distance? That guilt? That's not an accident. That's the invoice arriving. The covert aggressor never collects in cash. They collect in loyalty, in access, in your inability to ever say no to them. And the most disturbing part, they often don't do this consciously. Some of them genuinely believe they're a good person, which makes them almost impossible to confront, because they'll believe their own defense. Here's the part that will mess with your head the most. The more emotionally intelligent you are, the harder you fall for this person. Why? Because emotionally intelligent people are trained to look for the best in others. They give the benefit of the doubt. They assume complexity. They don't want to judge. And the covert aggressor knows this instinctively. They're drawn to empathetic people the way a parasite is drawn to a healthy host. The covert aggressor doesn't pick weak targets. They pick people with strong moral codes. Because a person with a strong moral code will always find a way to justify the aggressor's behavior before blaming them. You've done this. You found yourself defending someone who made you feel terrible. You've said things like, they mean well, or they had a tough childhood, or they don't realize they're doing it. Meanwhile, they knew exactly what they were doing. But here's what I wish someone had told me before I wasted years on this person. Remember at the start, I said there's one sign that exposes this person, no matter how well they hide? Here it is. Set a small, clear boundary with them. Not a big confrontation. A small, quiet, undeniable no. Then watch their reaction. Not what they say, but what they do in the days after. A genuinely good person will respect it. Maybe ask if everything's okay, and move on. The covert aggressor? They'll go quiet. They'll pull back their warmth, just slightly, just enough for you to notice. They'll stop being as available. They'll become a little colder. And then, when you start to feel the loss of their warmth, they'll come back, warmer than before, more helpful than ever. What just happened? You got punished for the boundary. then rewarded for abandoning it. That cycle, punishment, then reward, is the exact same psychological mechanism used in the most extreme forms of control, and it works on almost everyone because it's invisible. Here's the thing I had to accept that I didn't want to accept. This person in your life right now, the one you thought of during this video, you already knew. You've always known. Your gut told you something was off the very first time. You just didn't have the language for it, and now you do. What you do with that knowledge, that's entirely up to you, but you can't unknow it. The most dangerous people in your life will never look dangerous. They'll look like the most caring person in the room, and that's exactly why nobody warns you about them. I study this kind of psychology, the patterns that nobody teaches you in school, the dynamics that only make sense after you've already been burned. If you want to understand people at a level that most people spend their entire lives never reaching, you already know where to find me.